All right, this is legal document preparer versus lawyer versus mediation versus NOTDivorce system for your California divorce. Okay, that's notes for me. In this video, you will learn the pros and cons of using each of these for your California divorce, legal document preparer, or a lawyer, or mediation, or the NOTDivorce system. I'll give you some free game at the end and some info on keeping most of your stuff in your California divorce with me. And to save time, click on the gear somewhere on this video and then go to playback speed and put it either 1.5x or 2x. I mean, depending on how I talk and if you can still understand, but you'll be able to get through this a lot faster. If you want to skip ahead past this intro, look down below for the timestamp of the next chapter. All right, so who this video can help: every single man going through a divorce in California, and who I coach one-on-one. So I coach one-on-one California men who are going through a terrible divorce and see no chance of victory, aka you have lost all hope, but you still want to try to win. And what is winning? Keeping more than 99% of your assets, paying your wife zero alimony, and beating the 80-20 child custody curse and getting 50-50 instead. And so if that's you, if you want an outcome somewhere around here, and if you fit this video here is for you. And in my own California divorce, I kept 100% of my assets, which was about $280,000. All 5 of my business entities, but I really only used one of the business entities that had a ton of physical product inventory. Second, I paid zero alimony to my wife, and I only paid my wife a one-time payment of $650. And this is with me making about 95% of the yearly income and me having about 95% of the total assets. And to get that result, I researched women 10 hours a day for 210 days straight. It's about 2,100 hours of R&D there. Then I filed divorce, went to war against the California family law system and won. So I got everything I wanted. I did not step foot in a courtroom though. And that is the best strategy if you're a man. And I've still done a few thousand hours of women research since that time. Also went on a bunch of dates, banged a bunch of women. I banged 10 different women in 1 month in Lima, Peru. So I'm probably up to 6,000 to 8,000 hours of women research plus women interaction in my life. And here's the one main idea for all my vids here. Either everything I tell you is a lie, or you've been lied to your entire life. And only one of these can be true. But as you go through my vids, this vid, all my other vids, as you are unable to prove anything in my videos incorrect, and also notice how no one in the comments is able to prove even one thing I've said in any of my videos incorrect. Alright, so here we go. Pros and cons using each of these California divorce. So we got a few options: legal document preparer, a lawyer, mediation, or the NOTDivorce system, which is what I use. I use this one here. So legal document preparer, aka an LDA. So legal document preparer is also called a legal document assistant. Same thing. Helps prepare documents for the public. It's from Google search. Basically, if someone wants to represent themselves in court or another legal matter, the LDA, aka the legal document preparer, assists them with handling documentation. This can help with cases like guardianship, trademarks, wills, and more. So also divorce. So LDAs, legal document preparers, do all the paperwork and procedures correctly for your divorce. They are licensed by the state, so like state of California. They cannot give legal advice. They cannot represent you in court. These LDAs, aka these legal document preparers, are not paralegals. These words are kind of similar, but legal document preparer and a paralegal are two totally different things. Paralegals can't legally work on cases outside of those assigned to them by their head attorney, whereas a legal document preparer can fill out these legal forms and do all the procedures correct. They don't need to work with or under an attorney, but they'll usually refer one. If you have legal questions, they'll refer you to one that they know or that they trust. The cost for legal document preparer will be about $1,500 to do your whole divorce. if both you and spouse sign the divorce settlement agreement. If you don't, then basically you'd be litigating, going to court at that point, so like they wouldn't be doing anything after this period anyways. If you guys were unable, like they do all your paperwork up to the settlement and including the settlement agreement. If you guys both sign it, cool, their work is done. They did all the work for you. If you guys both, if you can't get the wife to sign it, then their work is still done, and now you gotta go to court and litigate and probably get a lawyer. I did not use a legal document preparer in my California divorce, and that was only because I didn't even know they existed. If I did my Cali divorce over with what I know now, I definitely would have the LDA, the legal document preparer, do all my forms instead of having a lawyer do all my forms. It would have saved a ton of money. But in my case, I had a lot to lose, so I simply went with a lawyer off rip because I didn't want to risk anything with me not knowing something. But now since I've been through it, like I didn't need a lawyer for my divorce. All I needed was this LDA plus the female psychology stuff I teach you guys. So it's really good. I didn't even know they existed when I did mine. I did a lot of research after, to say how to get you guys the best outcome for the best price. And legal document preparer kept coming up. And yeah, this is definitely my number one option for who to have do the forms. Second, lawyer. Lawyer is actually optional. Yep, lawyer is optional. Why? Because we can get you a signed divorce settlement agreement outside of court. And if you do that, your divorce is done. And so if you get if both parties, you and wife, sign divorce settlement agreement outside of court, you bypass, one, litigating, aka going to court and paying a lawyer to prepare for it and do it and talk with the other attorney. And you also bypass the laws on the books of the California family law system that are set up to slaughter men. So, yeah, a lawyer's not needed. I did not need a lawyer for my divorce. Even though I had all these assets, blah, 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 I didn't need a lawyer. And we can really break down using a lawyer into two phases. Phase one is we're attempting to get signed divorce settlement agreement outside of court. So if you're in phase one, which is what we like to do, and where we like to solve the issue and not go to court, is hire the lawyer for what's called limited scope representation. And if you say that phrase to them, they'll know what it is. Limited scope representation. Lawyers know what this phrase is. Only some parts of a client's legal matter. Yeah. So I have not done this with an attorney, but basically I'm guessing this is basically just hourly consulting agreement. A contract will probably be I don't know, $350 an hour, and maybe they'll put you on retainer. I'm not sure, but you just call in or maybe set up a call, and they won't be doing any forms or anything, but they'll be answering all your questions. So I do really like this. It'll save you a ton of money. It's not needed to have the lawyers do your paperwork, and they don't even do better than the legal document preparer, so no need to pay it. So I do like this, and I would say budget 4 hours at $350 an hour for $1,400. Basically max. Just consulting with the lawyer with your specific law questions you have, and that pop up into your head. If all you need the lawyer for is this phase one. But potential phase two, if we're unable to get a signed divorce settlement agreement and you must go to court, then I'm going to guess having the lawyer will be an extra, maybe paid you $1,400 for here. I'm going to guess it's an extra $20,000 minimum. And that's just for your lawyer. It may even be times two. Potentially times two, because your wife can checkmark the box that says have higher earning spouse pay the legal fees of lower earning spouse. So you might have to pay for, this is minimal. Dude, you're looking at minimum $40K right here if you go to California family law court. Yeah, and like a note here, using a lawyer for only your divorce forms, that's going to cost you $5K. And an LDA can do the forms correctly for only $1.5K. So that's why I really like the LDA for the forms. But then the lawyer hired a limited scope representation for you to ask them specific law cues. But again, to be honest, the law doesn't matter unless you go to court, because a signed divorce settlement agreement, you actually bypass the laws in the books of the California family law system. So you could actually get a whole divorce done with not knowing the laws at all if you just, get your wife to sign the divorce settlement agreement that you want her to sign. Because in that case, the laws don't matter. All right. Then option 3, we got mediation. Dumb, super mega dumb. Yep. Since I want you to get your best outcome possible, mediation is the worst option here. It'll be like, $3,000, $2,500, $3,500, and a waste of time. Because divorce mediation is basically hostage negotiation. And women hate men that negotiate with them because women know they're retarded, and women get mad at you when you take their retard opinions into account. I mean, that's basically it. My divorce, I took my wife's opinion into account 0 times, and guess what? She's like, oh, he knows I'm a retard, I respect him, I'll give him whatever he wants in the divorce. And yes, that is how women's brains work. Also, let's check the Meets equation that we derived down here. Derived assets. So the Meets equation will also explain why you do not want to do mediation. This video, this is how I expected negotiate. And if you go to a mediation, you're expecting, negotiating with your wife to be like this. But when you actually do it, you realize negotiating a woman is, you cave to something she wants, and then she moves the goalposts. And then you cave again to the second thing she wants, she moves the goalposts again. So it's like part A there. So you go from meet, she's seen you as strong sperm. She wants your strong sperm, low money, energy, attention, time from you. So then if you negotiate with her, she sees you as weak sperm, therefore. Well, actually, you're spending a larger amount of meat. So you're giving her more money, energy, attention, time. Therefore, that drives your sperm strength down, which then, because she views your sperm as weaker, then that drives meat up again. So it's kind of like a virtuous negative cycle if you negotiate with women, where she just tries to get more and more. And here we go. We got meat plus sperm equals 100%. Graphed right here. So if you negotiate with women, you are, let's see, all right, this is the meat line. So, it's kind of like economics, supply and demand curve, or supply and demand graph. So as we go up the meat line, we give the women more money, energy, attention, and time. So we're up here, capital meat. Then she feels your super weak sperm, which is still a virtuous cycle. Because she feels your super weak sperm, she is trying to extract more meat from you, money, energy, attention, time from you. So it's kind of like double whammy there. Okay, that does not apply. Yeah. So basically, women know they're retarded, and so point A is women know they're retarded, and therefore if you take their opinion into account, you're retarded, which means you're weak sperm. So it's like part A, and part B is just the Meets equation. Meat plus sperm equals 100%. It's that graph that I showed you. So if you go to divorce mediation with your wife knows she's retarded and she'll be mad. You're taking her retard opinion into account in these divorce negotiations. So instead, tell her what y'all are going to do and ignore 100% of her suggestions. There. I saved you $3,500 on divorce mediation. I've been talking with a dude named Curtis, and he said he had paid $3,500 for divorce mediation, to figure out how to split everything up, alimony, child support, blah, blah, blah. And they've been going for a few months, and it always ended in fighting and arguing and no progress being made. again, meets equation. Okay, I'm going to add 2 asterisks here. Will push for, so mediator will push for outcome that is close to laws on the books, aka 50-50 split of everything. So it's what Curtis said. They're pushing towards the 50-50 and like alimony and child support according to the calculations in the law. So like you're getting the same outcome as if you litigated, but you are saving the money of litigating. But the laws when you litigate are subject to slaughtermen. So if you mediate, that means you're paying a lower fee, just $3,500 instead of like 25, 30,000, 40,000. So you're paying a lower fee to get the same outcome where you, the man, gets slaughtered. So I guess this is like the third or whatever the next reason. I do not like mediation. So that's what Curtis said. He said, oh yeah, the mediator's just pushing for that. This is also the same with legal document preparers. They will also push you to do the LDA will push for outcome that's close to laws on the books. Yeah. So that's the only bad thing about LDAs, and that is like the whatever number list we're on. The third bad thing that's bad about mediators. They're just you just get slaughtered for cheaper. If you go to an LDA and you accept the 50-50 that they're going to draw up, or you go to a mediator and you accept the 50-50 they're going to try to push you guys towards. Which, yeah, the women are happy. Because they're basically getting 50-50 whether you go to a mediator or an LDA or to a lawyer. And if you go to a lawyer, they're still happy because you're paying their legal fees to slaughter you anyways. So those are the 3 options. And then we got the NOTDivorce system. This is what I use. This is what I created in my California divorce. It takes the best aspects of the top 3 systems and combines them. Of those top 3 options, and combines them. Plus, adds in plus some unknown magic only we have to give you the highest probability of the best outcome in your California divorce. And I would say, so what we'll do is we'll take the legal document preparer, aka the LDA. We'll have them do all the paperwork and procedures correctly for your divorce. That'll be like $1,500 USD. Then if you want, you can hire the lawyer for limited scope representation, test specific law cues. Again, it's optional. Budget like 4 hours, $350 an hour equals $1,400. And then mediation, I guess technically, we can call the NOTDivorce system as male winning mediation. And that's the NOTDivorce system's unknown magic to teach your wife to sign a divorce settlement agreement that is good for you and bad for her. It's only between you two. So no divorce mediator there. We don't talk to your wife. We, here at the NOTDivorce system, we, walk you through and instruct you how you need to do everything. And basically, you got to lead the divorce correctly, and then do not negotiate or argue with her. And that is the highest chance of getting the outcome you want. More in-depth info plus pricing in a future video. And I'll put this here. NOTDivorce system will push for outcome that is exactly what you want. AKA, we don't care about what the laws on the book say, AKA, we want to get you a majority split of everything. And it's gonna be what you want. If you want it to be 80-20, you get 80, she gets 20, that's fine. I did 99 me, 1% her. And that's what I wanted, and that's what I got. So, yeah, I don't like that LDAs and the mediators will push for 50-50. So you're just paying a cheaper price to get slaughtered the same amount. But this NOTDivorce system, what I teach, what we do here, will push for an outcome. It's exactly what you, the man, wants. AKA, we don't care about what the laws in the book say. AKA, we want to get you a majority split of everything. And like, keep 100% of everything. That's what you want. That's definitely what we'll shoot for. But again, I kept 99% of my assets, more than 99%. Paid my wife zero alimony. I didn't have any children, so this didn't apply to me. Kept 100% of my assets. That is true. And yeah, that's the only payment I had to pay to her. One-time payment of $650. Yeah, so that's the NOTDivorce system. So it's really taking the best from those three things above, plus mixing in our magic, our unknown female psychology magic, which is actually all, all down here through all these things I've derived for you on the previous videos. If you want to get that for yourself for free. And to give you the highest probability of your wife signing a divorce settlement agreement that is good for you and bad for her. So I guess we'll call this mediation in quotes. It's not really mediation, but just so you kind of have a analogy of what we're doing here. We'll call it male winning mediation. Yeah, so only between you two guys. We're not going to talk to your wife at all. Yeah, highest chance of getting you the outcome you want in your California divorce. And then more in-depth info plus pricing in a future video. Yeah, and we want to get you the outcome you want, not these dumb 50-50 things everyone else is doing. Because again, they don't have the unknown magic we got. Again, we don't count the laws on the book, so we're going to skate right by those, evade them. We want to get you a majority split of everything. Because again, you actually hustled and lied to. Male-female relationships go like this. They're programmed to end from the jump. So, in my opinion, the marriage contract is null and void because the male went in good faith and the female did not go in good faith because she knew it was programmed to end from the jump. But she said in sickness and in health, richer or poor, blah, blah, blah. So, morally, I don't feel like the marriage contract was, is legit, aka it's basically like neither party signed the divorce contract. Therefore, I don't feel a man, you, should be subject to divorce laws because the other party, your wife, went in with, it's called bad faith. And basically, contracts are automatically null and void if one party enters it into bad faith. So I feel all marriage contracts are in bad faith. So I feel like none of them are real. Therefore, I don't feel the divorce law should apply to men. Because, in effect, you never signed an actual contract. And that's how it would work in, civil court. If you sign, a business contract. I don't know the name of the court. All right, so... yeah, that was all the main meat. There's some free game for you. Whenever your wife tries to argue with you or starts some BS, hang up the phone instantly. Yep, go and click that red button. And no, don't explain to her why you're hanging up. Talk to a lot of men. Y'all are unable to click the red button to just hang up. It's like if your wife's talking, it's like a magnet, super magnet to your ear, and you can't pull it off. They just click the red button. Do not respond to any more of her texts. If she's trying to argue with you via text for 24 hours. If she tries to argue with you in person, simply get up, put your shoes on, and leave for an hour to walk around, or drive around, or go to the gym, or go to the library, or sit in the Walmart parking lot. and then see how much better behaved she is when you come back home. But this is only a short-term solution. Because remember, this graph here governs all male-female romantic relationships, so yeah, maybe you could pause it for a little bit, but her behavior is just going to keep decreasing as time here continues going on to the right. So as we keep moving forward in time. Okay. Also, do not argue with her. Remove your attention from her. Finally, do not blame her for anything. She's only doing exactly what the universe is forcing her to do. Women equal slaves to their emotions, and emotions equals the universe speaking to us. You blaming her for her bad behavior, showing that you as a man have chosen to not understand the universe, and the universe is programmed women to absolutely slaughter men who have chosen to not understand the universe. So, yeah, do not blame her for anything. Actually, it's best to talk to her minimum as possible. You know, the Meets equation. Minimize the energy, attention, time you give her. And then see how much better behaves. But again, yeah, remember this is only a short-term solution. So doing these things is you're trying to get good behavior from her through this divorce process. So once you sign those divorce papers, you're out. That's really what we're trying to do. We're just kind of compress her bad behavior towards like the good behavior middle line by having you do the correct things, and then get her to sign the divorce papers. And then after, you can do whatever you want because you're out. You survived. And then after testing stuff, since you know my stuff works, bring your credit card to me so you can pay in full to keep most of your stuff in this divorce. And then keep most of your stuff in your divorce with me. Got this doc here, the California God divorce doc. Let's see. So we have this nice outline here. You can come to any section. Boom, click up to this section. Boom, open this up. Boom. So it's like my master notes of like all my long videos. So I got all the notes here. And also probably most important is all these derived assets. And I'm the only one in the universe that has all these, so yes, my body will be killed for giving them to you. So you should, review these, save them to your phone or your device in case this gets deleted. But yeah, all these derived assets. And you can watch the associated videos where I derive them literally from a blank page. So if you want to get this doc, go to, let's see. Yeah, so if you want to get this doc, go to this URL, NOTDivorce.com, links below. Oh, click on this, plus enter your info. So that'll be like, description or comment below the YouTube video. Click on the link below, plus enter your info. And then video explaining my services coming in next few weeks. That will be linked as low as well. So it'll be like the main video explaining whole NOTDivorce system, how it will help you, how long it'll take, the price. And then if you feel like it's a good fit, or if you just have like a few questions, book a call. These are basically enrollment calls. So you should have watched enough my videos. I'm not going to sell you. If you want to be sold, watch more of my videos. Yeah, this is basically an enrollment call. Or like, if you got just like a few questions before you enroll, or you can comment them or DM me somewhere, get your questions answered. But yeah, I'll be taking payment, so then we can get you started, get you your outcome you want in your California divorce. All right, that's everything.